So the first thing that you always want to pay attention to when drawing is you want to get your gesture in there first. So we're just going to really quickly get our gesture in there, nothing fancy. And so on and so forth. Okay, so once you have your gesture in there, the big key to drawing after this is really about measuring. And measuring is one of the things that a lot of people just tend to kind of brush through. And what you really need to do is pay attention to this aspect of measuring. Because what happens is a lot of people don't realize how to measure. So let's first look at what we're looking at when we measure. The first thing you look at when you measure is where things fall in relationship to other things. So the first thing is I'm going to go to the side of her head here, and I'm going to just draw a straight line down to the floor. And as you can see, if I do something similar to this on this side, drawing straight down to the floor, that it's going to start creating a aspect of different lines. So from here, I notice that in here, this goes out a little bit more. You know, this is going to go in a little bit more. This is pretty close. This is going to cross over. This is going to go inward, and so on and so forth. So what you're starting to see is the different aspects of um, what you're actually drawing. So as you can see, I'm just starting to kind of flesh in the little bits and pieces here. But so this first line gives you a real good base of where things lie. That means the boot's up a little bit more, the knees over here like so, and so on and so forth. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to figure out another line. And it doesn't matter what lines you're using, it just matters that you're paying attention to what you're using. So then by drawing this line from here to here, this basically means that my hand is coming in here, so this is actually a little bit lower. So I'm adjusting for that length here, and so on and so forth. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the relationships between things. So if I look at here, I'm just going to draw a line kind of at an angle here, and that will actually give me something similar to this like that. And from there, I can realize, okay, the arm starts up and it's got a cloth here. I'm going to have the shoulder come up over here, and then this is the bra strap, and then I've kind of got something like that going on, and then I've kind of got something like this going on. Okay, so it entails is I'm actually finding out different shapes. So if I look over here, if I notice something like so, that basically means my leg has to go down a little bit more. But it also gives me the baseline for the skirt she's wearing, and then I can start drawing in that, and so on and so forth. So by measuring, by actually looking at these details, I can start realizing what's going on. And you'll start seeing patterns when you draw, um, where things lie. And it sounds like a kind of a weird thing to do, but as you start doing this, as you start building up your figure, as you start using these relationship lines, you're going to get things like this going on. Okay, so this is almost across like that. So that means my legs got to go down a little bit further. And then I'm going to move it over a hair like this. That needs to go down. Then I can actually go up and build up my leg and build, and I'll see this strap here comes back up, and then this comes around. So what I'm doing is I'm gaining where everything's falling in my proportional scale. You know, and it's everything that you need to do is essentially just different pieces. So just a matter of drawing those right angles in there and saying, oh hey, this is going to fall here, this is going to be, so if I notice here, I've drawn up to my neck, which is good, and then if I notice, this actually comes down and then it falls in here and then folds around to the hand. So, and then that gives me the relationship of what's going on. Now, as you can see, this is just a rough sketch, and I'm just kind of drawing in the angles. But you're going to start seeing these little things, something like this, something like that, and you just want to just pretty much go in, and you're going to start seeing how things kind of relate to other things. So like going down straight like this is going to show me where this foot is in relationship. Going across, finding this angle here basically comes up to the shoulder. So, and it's just a matter of going in and finding these relationships. You know, to start out with, keep your horizontal lines going on, because then you'll figure out, oh hey, this over here draws in a little bit more. So, and that's really what the measuring is about, is simply going through and paying attention to what your figure is, paying attention to what your figure is actually doing, and where things lie in relationship to other things. And by doing this, you're going to start mapping out your characters, and it'll become a little bit more easier and easier to draw a figure every time you map out a character.